I got pickle juice.
Shoot, man.
Pickle juice leaking everywhere. The problem is these are the cookies, right? So, oh snap. It's like chocolate chip cookies, but man, they might taste like pickles.
Okay.
Hey guys, it is fall weather here in Ohio. Leaves are starting to change. It's about 68, 70 degrees out, but fall weather means OSU student speeches, Ohio State University. So first one of the season here, right behind me, this is Psi Omega, the big dental fraternity here at OSU. And man, I always love speaking to students, but we got Jimmy John's and beer. Come on inside, let's do this. We are going to talk about marketing. What's up? How y'all doing? Good week or? It's pretty good. Any owners like right out of school, like you just want to go for it? Startup, buy, something like that. Got one? What year are you? D3. Okay. So what's happened in the last 10 years is that whole like just straight out of school buying category or like owning right away has gone way down. In the next 10 to 20 years, there are more baby boomers retiring than there are students coming out of school. Part of that is what's happening is corporate is starting to drive that. And not just, I say corporate, but like group practices. You just see practices being bought up like constantly. What corporate did is they hacked the economic model of dentistry. And so they brought in organizational management and they brought in marketing. And because of that, they've grown a ton. And so there's like the clinical side of dentistry, but if you can figure out organizational management and if you can figure out marketing, you can not only grow one practice, you can literally grow 10. Cool, I'm Josh. What's up? That was a little just conversation before we got started. If we could kind of make a pact here today, there's gonna be some things I'm gonna ask you to agree on. One of them is all these like goofy dental jokes that people put on Facebook, you're just trying to find stuff to put out there and it's like National Donut Day or something, which is actually respectable. That's not a good.
Okay.
Any thoughts? Questions on Facebook?
Sometimes I'll be like shopping online for something.
Yeah.
And then I'll get on Facebook and an ad for that will like pop up on my feed.
Yes.
In my newsfeed. Do the ads that people put out on Facebook like pop up and like link to people's recent search history?
So, not necessarily. I'll tell you how it works. That whole concept is called remarketing. So, what I hate is when I'm looking for a pair of shoes online and then they like follow me around for 2 weeks. And I'm like, yo, like I actually bought those already, you know? I'll be honest, I'm a little undecided. The data is there. They are actually really, really effective because somebody found your site organically, like some other way, but then you start showing them ads in Facebook that support that. The conversion rate is just way higher. But I debate the creepiness of it, you know? Whenever you get into a practice and you want some help, just reach out, get in touch with me. I've got no problem talking, giving you advice. I've got cards if you want it. If you got other questions, ask me. There's still more sandwiches. Yeah.
Just wanted to thank you for coming out. I know
man.
I've heard from people who went to the DES one last year that they were like, yeah, you guys can see this guy.
Yeah.
And I don't think we've ever had a marketing person, at least as long as I've been here.
Yeah.
So it was great to hear this and really appreciate you coming out.
Yeah, man, my pleasure. Definitely.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Pleasure.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
So you're in Columbus.
Yeah.
If someone's not
Oh yeah, man, my pleasure. What's your name? Zach. Pleasure. Nice to meet you.
This is a breath of fresh air.
Oh, good.
Raised to like financial planners. Do you know what disability insurance is?
Right.
We usually have the sleep like shots.
Do you know how much debt you're in right now? Yeah. Yeah. Did you get some food?
I did.
Yeah. Cool. Good.
Porter's one of the 2 house dogs.
Yeah. He is all about trying to get the food.
If you say, where's your butt? He should go this way.
Where's your butt? Where's your butt?
No,
Where's your butt? Okay.
It's like students, people get intimidated by it, but I'm like, dude, it's really easy. It's food and beer. And you got their time. I got an hour and I can say whatever I want. Honestly, I love coming in and talking to students before they're even thinking about their businesses and just kind of elevating the whole dental marketing game and websites and just getting them to think differently about it. For me, that's the win. There's no alcohol tonight, so we got Sprite and we got Coke and bottled water, of course. But yeah, this is what goes with us tonight. It's a little bit different than last week. It's the Dental Entrepreneur Society, Dental Entrepreneurs Society, something like that. DES. Dude, what's interesting is one of our clients, Doug Walker down in Charleston, he started this thing like 8 years ago or something. Dude, you know what would be cool is they have every year of graduates on the wall down there, and we'll have to find Doug's picture.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
Yeah, and get a shot of it. I'll have to like text it to him. It'd be awesome. I've got a speech to the DES group, Postal Hall 1187. I think you're right. This looks familiar now.
Does it?
Yeah.
So like go all the way through like the next door,
Yep.
and then there's several different like
Auditoriums. Hey. Good. How are you?
Good. I'm Kenny.
Hey, Kenny. Sorry, man. As much as I've been here, it's still a little tricky finding it. Okay, we're good there.
Dude, you got a projector this time.
I do have a projector. This is legit now. What I see a lot of times is students come out, they do their associateship, whatever, but as soon as they buy or start, chances are you're gonna be successful with it. And so you hit $1 million, you hit 1.2, and all of a sudden you're like, dude, I can do this at a second location. The problem is you built location A on you being there 4 or 5 days a week. You take location B, you're only there 2 days a week. You're taking for granted your influence over here into that culture, and you don't have that same amount of time. So now all of a sudden location B becomes a leadership issue and not a clinical issue. To lead another location when you're not there all the time. By the time you get to the third, it's really do or die. I've got guys right now that have bought a third and they're trying to manage them clinically. They're like, I can do 1 day here, 2 days here, 2 days here. I'm like, but see, you're basing that all on your clinical ability, and that will not scale. If you can make 3 happen, you can put 10 together. The reason that's so valuable is because when somebody's sitting on a $10 million group practice, they know how to run the business side of it, and that is more valuable than the clinical side happening. Guys, thanks so much for your attention, man. I know I want to be respectful of time and get you out of here. If you have any other questions, I'm gonna be around for a little bit. Hi.
Hi, my name's Anne.
Anne, hi, I'm Josh.
Yeah. Oh, I know, yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I
Yeah.
just asked if you have like a business card I can.
I do, yeah. I think I have a few more left. Well, guys, thanks so much for joining me on a few OSU speeches here. It's always fun. It's just that time of year. I love speaking to them. All right, guys, that wraps it up. Thanks so much for coming along to some of my OSU speeches. It's the fall. I always enjoy this time of year, talking to the students. It's fun, making an impact on the dental marketing world. That's what we do. I'll see you next time. Because he would have been 2017, 2006, 05, 07. I roughly know. Here he is. Oh my gosh, 2012. Totally thought he was older than that.
Wow.
Doug Walker. Stud back then.